been about a year since I started posting on social media. I thought today would be a good day to kind of just take a look back and bring you guys along for the day and stop as I go and kind of tell you guys some things that I've learned throughout this journey so far. Today's going to be a pretty chill day. Got some errands to run and got some outreach to do and some scripting to do. So pretty simple day, but I wanted to just take this day while I have time to think back on the last year and just share some of what I've learned so far. Also, I'm assuming most of you guys don't know me. I'm a 23-year-old that just recently moved to Nashville, and I do videography, photography a little bit, but mostly videography for a few retainer clients, and then I take on some freelance. Question of the day is, will this contraption I set up stay while I'm talking? It's not the sturdiest I've ever done. First thing I want to talk about is relationships. You never really know how important they are until you start a business. I'm not like oblivious, like a lot of people are good at videography. One of the ways that you can set yourself apart is by relationships. If you can be a likable person, you're easy to work with, you're responsive, and you take criticism well and all of that, oh my gosh, here we go. Then you have an upper hand on people that are maybe the same skill set as you. If someone likes you, they are way more likely to hire you and keep you around for longer and give you a chance, rather than if you're not as likable or they can't really connect with you deeper than just your work. And especially when you're in like the building phase and you're just starting out your business, the more relationships you have, the easier it is to get referrals. And like, even if your friends like you and they know what you're doing, then they're way more likely to bring up your name and recommend you if someone they know is looking for one of your services. It's essential to build good relationships beyond your work, because you never know who can introduce you to someone, and you never know who has connections to your next big client. So just being a good person and actively working on relationships is a essential thing when you're starting out your business. But yeah, I need to get in there before this pre-workout starts wearing off and hit chest. So let's get inside.
Turn my headphones up a little bit. Yeah. I'm the best you ever do it. Yeah.
I just had probably the scariest moment of my videographer career just a few minutes ago. Walking to the car, everything's good. Got my camera on my tripod. There's a little slidey thing that goes in, right? But you have to tighten the knob so it stays in. So if you tilt it one way, it'll stay in, but the other way it'll fall out unless you tighten the knob. I didn't have that knob tightened. I go to put it in my car. Hits the concrete right from my waist. But as far as I know right now, everything's good. So I pray there's nothing internally that's wrong with it. But I guess we'll find out once we export this footage. Prayers. Another thing I've learned and I need to get better at still is time management. Being an entrepreneur, like, you get to set your schedule, which is great. Like, it's freedom, which everyone wants and no one gets from a 9 to 5. But at the same time, it's so easy to just not do anything. I kind of said this in my last video. It's so easy to just sit there and think about what you have to do instead of doing it. So one thing that I've actually started doing is literally in this journal right here. I wake up every morning, I write down kind of what I have to get done. And shout out to Mr. Josh Franco. I saw him. He writes down everything he has to get done. And then as the day goes on, he just crosses off everything that he gets done, which is great because, you know, you get in situations where you're stuck, like, am I doing enough today? And when you cross that stuff off, you know that, okay, I've been working today. I got this done, this done, this done, this done. And it just gives you a list of things that to organize your thoughts and to kind of reassure yourself that you're getting stuff done. It also gives you just like small dopamine hit. Time management has been a huge thing. I think baseball and being a student athlete definitely helped me with this because you have to manage schoolwork, which I didn't manage that well, but I got it done and I graduated. You have to manage schoolwork and baseball. Being able to do that made this a lot easier, but I'm still getting better at it and learning new things like just writing down what I have to do and being able to cross it off. There's a lot I could talk about, but I want to keep this video kind of short. So I'm going to touch on one more thing that's probably the most important thing later, but first I got a call to hop on and some work to be done, and then we'll hit that last point. So the last thing I want to talk about is probably the thing that helped me break out of just like the normal life that I don't even want to say normal life because I haven't made it at all. Like, we're still grinding, we're still working up to it. But the importance in taking risks and just believing in yourself. If you don't take risks, you're never going to move out of the situation you're in. I think as entrepreneurs, you have to be able to take the risk, whether that's moving to a new place and taking on a bunch of responsibilities, just getting out of your parents' house, or whether that is investing in yourself and buying a $6,000 camera because you believe you can make that money back. It's just very, very important to just kind of just do it and kind of have that screw it mentality, having that confidence and that screw it mentality, and just go do it. Like, there's nothing stopping you, especially when you're young. Like, the only thing stopping you is yourself. So go take that risk, go start that business. You know, you don't have to take the normal route that everyone takes because that route is always going to be there. So you might as well try to do what you love and figure it out. And that is the stage I'm in right now. So if you guys want to follow along with the journey, like, subscribe. In the future, I'll be talking more about kind of where I'm at because there's been a lot of change in my journey the past 2-ish months and a lot of new lessons to be learned and shared. So I'm going to dive into that. I also want to do some traveling, so we'll see. I have a lot of hobbies. You know, I like to travel, I like to play sports. If you made it this far, drop a like, drop a comment, and stay tuned. We'll be back soon.